I'm gonna sell some stuff. We'll go see Red. We'll go see if Red has anything. I do have to turn on the lighthouse tonight. I'm gonna go ahead and do that because I definitely don't want to forget that of all things. But I'm gonna sell this stuff first. Oh, also the other thing is it's Saturday, so like I said, there's a lot going on right now. So we could go get a Tota KK song. In fact, I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. I think we're doing KK Mambo today. I have been thinking about the other things I have planned as kind of just other tasks, you know, like I did the island thing in January. I decided not to really do one this month because obviously I'm still doing the snowballs and that's a lot. But I was thinking about two other things, well, three other things. I think I want to just like try to find a patch to make some sort of flower garden at one point. I think that's might be the least interesting thing to do, but I do want to do that just to do it. I think that'll be a cool little thing. But the other two things are, I mean, other than the island, one is they're both kind of weird things. So one is like, I did mention this before. There are codes to get certain items from the store. So I was going to look into that. I remember specifically from Nintendo Power back when I had a subscription, you know, back in the early 2000s. I got some codes, and I know you can get a bunch of, like, Mario items, like Mario furniture, Mario wallpaper, Mario carpet. I was actually thinking about this when I was going through the catalog. Did he give me? Okay. I was like, wait a minute. And I was like, wait, I wonder if the code items count towards the completion of the catalog. I'm thinking it probably would, right? I think it probably does, but I'm not entirely sure. So I do plan on doing that at some point. The other thing I was thinking about, which I don't think I've ever mentioned before, is when you go in the post office. Here, I'll show you guys real quick. If you go in the post office, I've never drawn attention to this, not even once, I don't think. You'll notice this machine over here. This is the e-reader machine. I wonder, like, the thing is about this machine, I've kind of, like, I feel like I blocked it out of my vision a lot of the time. Because when I played this game back in the day, I couldn't do anything with that, so I just completely, like, ignored it. And so I continue to ignore it now. And I only really just started thinking, I've never even thought about doing anything with this. But this is the e-reader transfer machine, which reads Animal Crossing e-reader cards. So this is a weird little thing that exists. Weird little piece of history. And I don't even know how many people actually know what this is even for. But the e-reader was basically this thing that you could plug into your Game Boy Advance, and it wasn't used in very many things. Animal Crossing is one of the few things it was used in, but it's basically like a scanner that you plug into your Game Boy Advance, and then you can scan like little cards, little e-reader cards, and you can use this to get items and all sorts of stuff in the game. I have never used the functionality before because I've never owned an e-reader. And I'm thinking about it now, and I'm like, man, we're late in the series for me. Like, is it worth it for me to try to do something with that even? Like, I'd have to get an e-reader, and then I'd have to get some e-reader cards. And just from experience, I feel like the e-reader cards are probably going to be rather expensive to, like, collect. So I don't know how much I could actually feasibly do with that. But it is a thought, because it is like one thing in the game that I have not messed with at all. And it's like, if I want to show the complete Animal Crossing experience, it's definitely a thing in the game. So I'm a bit torn on it. It's just it's a lot for me to invest for how possibly little payoff I would get for it. Well, we'll see. Let's go see what Red's got. Hmm. Actually, that's a painting. I don't know if I have this painting, honestly. This is kind of lucky. That's a scary painting. I do not have a scary painting. Oh boy. All right. Wow. That's lucky. I've actually had Red come to town many times, and I've kind of skipped showing you guys it because he hasn't had anything. But, like, you're kind of lucky here that he actually has something. And I might check the sunflower. I'm pretty sure this other thing is, I think this is a teacher's desk. Is that what it's called? Teacher's desk, yeah. You can see I mess with the furniture so much that I know exactly what this item is called. All right. There's like several types of desks. That specifically is called the teacher's desk. There's also like an office desk. There's student desks. There's all sorts of. There's a writing desk. All sorts of different types of desks. So, I mean, I think it should be impressive to people that I can identify that as a teacher's desk specifically. I think that's impressive. I think I should deserve points for that. I just came over here to look for the snowball. It's just my route. There's no snowball there. So, what are we doing now? We are gonna go to the lighthouse. Or actually, we can go to the museum. Yeah, museum. Let's donate this. I still am not convinced that they don't have fake paintings in this. It just hasn't ever happened to me before, so I'm hoping that's not a thing. A scary painting. Well, there's a certain sort of, I'm sure it's just me, but I don't see why they say, yeah, it's the same. It says the same thing, it literally. So I don't know if I've talked about the paintings at all, but I think I've been meaning to, because it is something I've been a little worried about. That might be the only thing in the museum that we might not complete fully. And the reason for it is, like, the paintings are so intensely rare in this game. That I just rarely see them. Even when I do see them, there's a good possibility it's one I already have, especially now that we're in this place of, like... I only have 3 paintings after that one I just donated. 3 paintings left to collect, which sounds like not much, but... I mean, when you consider the rate at which I get them is very, very low... I'm a little worried and concerned about that specific thing. I kind of thought, like, fossils, you know, it would get done rather quickly early on, because, you know, fossils are pretty easy to get. You get a bunch of them, but I guess you get way more of them per day to sift through. Whereas paintings, you get maybe one every month or so, and that's, you know... possibility that you get like a duplicate. Good possibility you get a duplicate one that just shows up in the store. So it's a little scary. I if nothing else, I would love to just at least be able to say that I completed the museum by the end of this series, because, you know, I don't know. I'm worried about how much I'm going to have to show for my efforts at the end of this. The only other thing in the museum we haven't done yet is the fish. We actually haven't completed the fish yet, and that's just because there's one more fish that doesn't... I just missed when I started the series, because it's only March to May, and we started in June. So, starting next month, I actually saw a fish in the river that was, like, kind of big, and I was like, I wonder if it spawns a little bit early, because I've had that happen with a couple bugs and fish before, that they just spawn a little bit earlier than it says in the thing. And I was like, I wonder if this could be the loach. I didn't successfully catch it, so it's hard to say at this point, but yeah, so we need that. We will be getting that, and then the fish will be done. But yeah, all that's going to be left is the paintings, so fingers crossed we can pull that one off. I'm a little concerned. The snowman, I don't know that it's gonna, at this point, it's looking like that might not happen, especially me going around right now. I'm not seeing any of the snowballs in the normal spots where they're supposed to be. There's a spawn point down there, right next to that tree. I'll tell you, there's a spawn point for snowball right here on this little patch of dirt. There's a snowball. I'll literally show you all of them, okay? Will that be fun for you guys? Snowball spawn right here. I think it's this tree, right next to this tree. It's either that one or this one. I always get confused. One of those two trees. There's a spawn point for a snowball over here, right around here somewhere, I believe. There's a spawn point for a snowball up near the post office. You can see how often I've been doing this. I know there's one, like, it can spawn right here. No snowballs. I haven't seen them over here, really. There's a spawn point right here, next to this river. No snowballs. There is a spawn point right in front of this bridge. Right, oh, there's actually a spawn point here. Snowball can spawn in this acre. There's one right in front of this post on this bridge. No snowball. Not looking good, guys. If there's no snowballs, that's a really bad sign. Snowball spawn right here. Basically, my point is, if you saw me running around a little bit weirdly before, it's because I was checking the spots for snowballs. This is just part of my routine. I don't think there's one here. I might be wrong. I don't remember. Snowball spawn right here. Right here in this tip of this 3-point dirt. There's one here near the... Oh, right where this ball is, actually. That's a snowball spawn. But there's a ball there, so no snowball is going to be there. It shares this spawn points with the balls. Is the same. There's one in front of the Able Sisters here. There's one right here. Around here. Not looking good. Not looking very good at all. There's one, I don't know if I showed this one already, but there's one right here on this tree next to Hornsby's house. There's one behind the lighthouse back here. That one's a really rough spawn, actually. That one's kind of almost impossible to get out. I've tried, because it spawns like right here, and so if I have to like kind of push it and then like wiggle around and push it out. I don't think I've ever successfully done it. There's also the one near the river with that rock right between the rock and the river, way up in the northwest. That one's impossible to get out, unfortunately. So that's a kind of a bunk spawn. I think it can spawn here. I believe there's a point there as well. But I think that's basically it. There's only one more, I think. Or there might be two more. There's one in front of the museum here. And then I think there's one, like, in this acre. Like, it can kind of spawn, like, here. There's also one at the bottom of this hill. I don't know if this is interesting at all. I just, you know, I basically memorized, I think, most of the spots. And these I check basically daily until I find the snowballs. And this is a really bad sign that there's no snowballs on any of those spots. There is one ball, which sometimes indicates to me that, you know, the ball replaced one of the snowballs. That happens a lot. But it won't replace both, you know, so there should be still another snowball, even if there's only one ball. But I could be wrong. There might have been another ball I forgot about, but I've been recording the whole time. I feel like that would have showed up. I don't know. But I guess we've basically done everything else today. Oh no, I did want to do a task for Blair today. Not that it super matters anymore, but probably would have been better if I did more of this stuff. I was doing this stuff, you know, just maybe not as much. I don't know. I try to do one task per day, or, you know, talk to them and do a task for them. Oh, she's showing me a letter. My friend Blair. I passed through your town the other day, and it's quite darling. All the trees, those cute houses, and the fish in your river. Yummy. Maybe I should move in. From a traveling elephant. Nothing too special. There are dozens of others just like it. If you care at all, I guess I could show you later. They might be good for a laugh. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. Yeah. Nothing else today, then. I mean, at this point, if I don't find any snowballs, even on a normal day in all of those spots, which is rare that happens, I think it's happened, like, maybe once or twice where I'm like, I cannot find these snowballs. There might be some secret spots that I don't know about. I haven't found yet somehow, but I don't know. But that's I guess it. This was a weirdly like full day, so there's a lot going on today. But yeah, that's it. Okay, I think I finally have gotten the hang of the island. I've figured this out. And this is the first island exclusive item I've gotten, but I've got a system here, and it's I mean, it's bearing fruit now, so I feel confident about it. I think I've figured out how the island works. There's this whole thing. Basically, I'm just going to the island. Oh, by the way, I should mention the snowball thing. It's over. We're past the point of snowballs. I've got every snowman item except for 2, unfortunately. But we did move past that, so just worth saying. So now I'm focusing on the island, and I'm hoping I can get this sort of knocked out quickly by just kind of burying a lot of things and just hoping that I get all this stuff rather quickly, all the exclusive items. Hopefully I get all of them. But I've also found out that this is a good way to, like, collect any furniture that I'm missing, which, of course, is like, probably the last thing I could really complete is getting all of the furniture. But it is way better for, like, carpets and wallpaper, because the islander will, like, dig up carpet and like replace it with another carpet, so you can kind of like knock out collecting all of the unique carpets except for like the Sahara stuff, the holiday stuff, and you can just, you know, hopefully get new stuff. I think it works with shirts as well. The island's actually really good for collecting things that you don't have. But I did finally get Balloon Fight. It does seem, you bury furniture, she replaces it with furniture, but the way it works, okay, is you want her to get to, like, a happy state, on the Game Boy Advance, when you're away, when it's on your Game Boy, okay? The way this works, okay, she gets to a happy state if, you'll see her eyes, basically her eyes do this, like, upwards, how do you describe this, like a, you know, like a less than greater than sign, but like up, you know, like a caret, I guess a caret symbol. If she gets those, otherwise she'll have like normal eyes if she's like okay, happy, and I think there's like an angry state as well. But like if she has those eyes, get her to dig up stuff. And I've given her the golden shovel as well, which I think helps with her ability to like maybe replace with rarer items as if she's using a golden shovel instead. I'm not entirely sure about that. I think I read that on Nookopedia or something. I don't remember exactly where, but we did get baseball, okay? So that's why I'm here recording today. We've got NES Baseball. This is one of the NES games that we're missing. I'm going to go ahead and dig up the rest of this. I had to pause really quickly because I wasn't able to sync. I need to sync my audio. It's a technical thing. White Rook. So even if this isn't like exclusive, I think some of it should be rarer furniture items. A letter cubby. I don't think I've ever gotten that. I've gotten something called a cubby, which is more of like a... Oh my god! Dude. Okay, we've got both NES, exclusive NES Island things. That's good. That's 2 Island exclusive items I've gotten here. Okay, my pockets are full. That's fine.